Hey there, I'm Lynn Carpenter of Blissful Heart Coaching. Welcome to our first week of the Unbridling Process, part of my Unbridled Authenticity coaching model. I'm so glad you're here. Unbridled Authenticity is all about helping you gently release the layers of people pleasing, self abandonment, and survival adaptations that once kept you safe, but now they keep you stuck. Through the unbridling process, we'll walk together through recognizing old patterns, healing the emotional imprints they left behind, and reclaiming your true soul led self. Before we dive deeper, I want to share where this idea of bridling and unbridling first really came to me. I learned it from the horses. In thoughtful, respectful horsemanship, a horse can learn to respond to gentle cues without losing its spirit. Its essence remains whole and alive, but sadly, in abusive or fear based environments, even a horse's natural spirit can be dulled or broken under too much pressure. Watching and working with my own horses taught me something profound. As humans, we often internalize the pressure around us so deeply that we begin to bridle ourselves, not just in our behavior, but in our very being. We silence parts of our spirit to survive. The unbridling process is about gently reversing that, loosening the old reins, healing the places where we were trained to shrink, and returning to our whole soul led selves. My horses have been my greatest teachers on this journey, and now it's my honor to walk alongside you as you reconnect with your beautiful, unbridled spirit, too. If you've spent most of your life being the reliable one, the helper, the person everyone counts on, but secretly you're exhausted and wondering if there's anything left of you beneath all of that people pleasing, you're in exactly the right place. I remember lying awake at night wondering if I even knew who I was anymore. All that being good and putting everyone else first had left me feeling empty, like I was watching my life from the sidelines instead of actually living it. Maybe you feel that way too. Like underneath all this helping and accommodating, there might be nothing actually there. That fear kept me paralyzed for years. Today, we're talking about what I call your bridled beginnings. Those early moments in your life when you first learn to suppress your authentic voice and desires to keep others happy. When a horse first wears a bridle, it learns to respond to gentle pressure, turning, stopping, yielding. This communication becomes familiar over time. But unlike most horses who maintain their spirit while learning these cues, we humans often internalize these pressure points from others. Our authentic responses become redirected and restricted until we no longer need someone else pulling the reins. We've begun to bridle ourselves. The difference is that horses are still being their authentic horse selves while responding to guidance. But many of us have forgotten what our unbridled, authentic self even feels like. We've replaced our natural responses with what we think others want from us. So let's start by understanding those early experiences that first taught you that your authentic self wasn't quite acceptable. In my unbridled authenticity coaching model, I call them your taming tales. Maybe it was when you expressed a big emotion and were told, don't be so sensitive. Maybe it was watching your mother exhaust herself taking care of everyone else. Or perhaps it was that time you said what you really thought and someone got upset. Those moments became powerful messages about what was and wasn't allowed from you. And it's important to understand you didn't make these adaptations because you were weak or wrong. You made them because as humans, our brains are wired for connection. As children, our survival depends on it. When the choice was between being fully yourself or staying connected to the people you depended on, your brilliant nervous system chose connection. You adapted to stay safe, loved, and to remain part of the herd. And while those adaptations served you once, they may be keeping you bridled today. It's not your fault. It's simply your body and heart doing their best to protect you. I want you to place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a deep breath in and out. Now I want you to think back to one of your earliest memories of being bridled, when you learned your authentic expression wasn't welcome or safe. Notice what happens in your body as you recall this. Does your throat tighten or your chest constrict? This is your nervous system's memory of that bridling. This is why affirmations alone haven't worked for you, because this response lives in your body, not just your mind. So we need to start with regulation. Let's try a simple practice I call bridle release. Gently roll your shoulders back and down and soften your jaw. Make a gentle sighing sound as you exhale. Now imagine the bridle loosening just a little. You're not forcing anything here, just inviting your body to loosen the grip, one gentle breath at a time. Your body needs to feel safe before you can access your authentic voice. Let me give you a quick example. One of my clients, we'll call her Holly, would automatically say yes whenever her sister asked for help with childcare. She'd tried saying no before, but her body would go into panic mode, and she felt her heart racing and her chest tighten. We practiced this regulation technique first before she even tried setting the boundary. By creating that physical sense of safety, she could finally access her authentic no. This is why understanding your body's response is so crucial. Many of us have tried setting boundaries. Intellectually, we know what we should say, but when the visceral fear response kicks in, all that knowledge can fly right out the window. What makes our approach different is how we specifically integrate nervous system regulation with boundary setting. We start by creating safety in your body first, so you can access your authentic voice when it matters most. This body first approach has helped so many people who understood boundaries conceptually, but struggled to implement them when faced with that rush of anxiety or fear in real life situations. This week, I'd like you to spend just 3 minutes each day with this question in your journal. What would my inner child say about how I've been bridled? Write without censoring yourself. Let whatever comes up come up. And practice that bridle release technique whenever you notice tension in your body, especially before responding to requests from others. And next week, we'll build on this foundation and work on unbridling your voice and worth, where I'll share practical techniques to help you express your authentic thoughts and break free from seeking everyone else's approval. In the meantime, if today's conversation sparked something inside of you and you're ready to go deeper, I created a free quiz just for you. It only takes a few minutes and it can give you powerful insight into the hidden people-pleasing patterns that might be keeping you stuck. You'll find the link in the description below. I'd love for you to take it and continue your unbridling journey. Also, if you haven't already, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos on healing from people-pleasing, setting soul-led boundaries, and living in your unbridled authenticity. And remember, beneath all those layers of people-pleasing is your true, unbridled, authentic self, just waiting to be rediscovered. I'm right here with you every step of the way, and I'll see you in the next video.